All right, guys. Well, I want to do a reaction video on something that I saw that hopefully is going to fix a problem that I've seen too. I don't know if you guys have been down to Florida or the Caribbean in the past couple of years. At certain times of the year, you notice this sargassum, which is a seaweed that floats on top of the water, and then it's really bad around like Key West, Miami, and down in the like Yucatan Peninsula. And so then it washes up on the shore, and then, oh my gosh, it starts to, I guess it's rotting and it starts to smell exactly. I mean, it's like, I know it's that rotten egg sulfur smell. And it's terrible. You can't really swim. I mean, it's not dangerous, but and it's just nasty. And some of the like Miami Beach has these tractors that like pull the stuff up and whatnot. And I was like, oh my gosh, this sargassum is a problem. It's called sargassum. And so uh, I always thought, man, if they could come up with a use for this, because there are some good things about it. Now, you might ask, what's causing the sargassum? There's a lot of debate about that. Some people say it's when I did some research, it's been around forever. It just seems to have gotten really acute lately, and some people say it's like fertilizer runoff and stuff. And I don't know, that's above my pay grade. But the thing for this video is a use for the sargassum, maybe harvest some of that sargassum, and a really good use that has to do with home inspection or building. So without further ado, I'm going to play this video, and this is kind of a reaction, one of those reaction type videos. So let's watch this.
These bricks are made from seaweed. The secret is sargassum, an invasive species washing up and rotting on beaches around North America. The massive waves can lead to respiratory problems and can cost millions to clean up. But where most people see a problem, Omar Vasquez saw potential. He turns the seaweed into bricks strong enough to build homes that he says can withstand hurricanes.
Lo primero que pensé fue empezar a donar casas, ya que mi madre, mis hermanos y yo nunca tuvimos un techo propio.
Omar and his family immigrated to the U.S. with nothing in their pockets when he was just 8 years old. Now, he uses his bricks to build homes for low-income families, like the Lopezes.
Pues tenemos cada una nuestro cuarto. Y es algo bonito porque siempre desde chiquitas lo habíamos soñado.
Could this invention help other countries clean up their coastlines? We went to Mexico to see how entrepreneurs like Omar are making the most out of a stinky situation. Omar and his team start collecting the seaweed at 5 a.m. Today, they're in Puerto Morelos, a small beach town about 25 miles from Cancun.
Cuando llega todo el sargazo, lo primero que hizo la gente fue quejarse. Que huele mal, apesta, tiene pulga, tiene todo.
Hotels pay them to get the seaweed off the beach and out of the view of tourists. They collect about 40 metric tons of sargassum every day, enough to fill 2 of these containers.
En una noche se acumula todo eso. Hay que darle muy duro a la chamba para poder acabar con el sargazo. Se está incrementando más.
The idea to turn seaweed into bricks came to Omar in 2018, when more than 50,000 metric tons of sargassum overran the coast.
Y al principio fue hacerlo de manera manual y artesanal, como se hacía el adobe. La impresión de ellos es no creer. Es como que, ¿cómo puede ser?
Omar makes the bricks, which he calls sarga blocks, at his workshop, 10 minutes from the beach. Workers grind the dry sargassum into a fine powder by smashing it with rocks. Then they mix it with dirt, which Omar repurposes from construction sites. They shovel a mixture of sargassum dust and dirt through a grate to remove any large chunks. They mix the powder with water to form a thick paste. The exact recipe is a secret, but each brick is about 40% sargassum. Sarga blocks can also be recycled again and again.
Se te rompe, lo vuelves a moler y lo vuelves a fabricar.
With this single machine, Omar can make up to 3,000 bricks a day. He developed 8 prototypes before perfecting this one. Now, he's designing a bigger machine that could produce 8.
All right, you seen that, you heard that. Um, so he's basically making bricks from the sargasm, and I don't want to play that whole video. There's a bunch of them out there because it just goes on. But one of the things they mentioned is the sargasm. I guess the fibers in the sargasm run throughout the brick and make the brick a lot stronger than just a normal, clay brick or mud brick or whatever. So it actually stands up to hurricanes and things. I love this. Time will tell. I want to see how it does long term, but it fixes two problems, right? The sargasm's washing up. Although if there is, you know, fertilizer runoff or whatever, we need to fix that too. But you know, cleans the sargasm and then uses it for brick and makes superior brick. It by all early accounts of the normal brick. So I really hope this works out. I rarely do we see like a win-win like that. If it works out, I don't know like the amount of sargasm, the amount of bricks, if that equals out or there's a surplus one way or the other. And again, if there is fertilizer runoff or something that's causing all the sargasm, I think we need to fix that. But check it out, sargasm bricks. I think it's a great um, fix to a problem, and it's a win-win for to get rid of the sargasm and to create a superior brick. And to some degree, it's natural, or you're using seaweed. This is Preston Sound. I hope that has been helpful. It's a reaction video. So like, subscribe, whatever the kids do these days. And thank you for watching.